In this video, I'm going to give you a list of 20 things that usually weakens, overshadows, and drains your spirit. When we are talking about the spirit, we are talking about a temple. A temple of who? A temple of you. Who are you? You are not the body, you are not the spirit, you are the observer, you are the universe, or what we call the soul. When we are talking about the soul is pure consciousness. Consciousness is everything that there is. Consciousness is everything that exists. We ourselves, we are the universal consciousness experiencing itself in human form. These trees are the universal consciousness experiencing themselves in their own form. And that is why we say everything in this world is the same. Having understood that, for that consciousness to experience itself in the physical world, or for you to experience life in the physical way, your consciousness is transferred into a temple that we call the physical body. When your consciousness is transferred into this temple, that is when we say that you are alive, and that is when you are able to experience things in the physical way. That is when you are able to process emotion, to receive thoughts. That is when you are able to see using your physical eyes. That is when you are able to hear, and that is when you are able to touch things. After experiencing life in the physical world, that is what we call purpose. Now, after finishing the purpose, that consciousness must return back to the source, that is the universal consciousness. Now, the temple that we return this consciousness back to the source is the one that we call the spirit. Now, when you die, it is not you who dies. It is the physical world that usually dies. It is the consciousness that usually transfer from the physical body to the temple that we call the spirit, and that is why in spirituality we say death is an illusion. When you die, your consciousness is transferred to the spirit for your consciousness to go back to the source, that is the universal consciousness. For those people who know more about the spiritual world, those people, they understand that this world usually operates in something that we call manifestation. Everything is energy. Energy usually manifests itself as matter. Even your spirit is energy. Now, your spirit usually manifests itself into matter that we call the physical body. So this physical body is a manifestation of your spirit. And this physical body is connected to your spirit using the silver cord. In short, what I mean, everything before it manifests into this physical world usually begin in the spiritual world. Even death, before it manifests itself, death is visible in the spiritual world. Even before anything happens in this world, that thing usually happens in the spiritual world. And that is why you see some people are able to see whatever that is about to unfold, whatever that is about to happen. Some people receive what they call prophecies. Some people receive visions, because everything before it manifests on the physical world, it begins in the spiritual world. Before fear manifests into your physical body, that fear usually starts in your spirit. Before someone attacks your physical body, that attack is first launched into your spirit. Those people who do spiritual battles, those people who fight you spiritually, they usually start by weakening the spirit. The spirit is the one that usually protects the body, because the spirit in the body usually manifests as what we call the energy field, or what people call the aura. Now, for a person to penetrate that body, that person must first weaken the aura, or the energetic field. The first thing that usually weakens your spirit is something that we call unresolved anger. Anger that is not expressed, anger that is not healed, usually festers inside. This anger usually manifests itself as an energy block, blocking joy and clarity, leaving you spiritually stagnant. Number 2 is material obsession. Chasing wealth and possession without balance usually creates something that we call a void or emptiness. Spiritually, fulfillment comes from meaning and even gratitude, not accumulation. Number 2 is chaotic environment. Working in a noisy, clustered, and even hostile environment usually agitate your energy field, leaving you feeling restless and drained. Number 4 is sexual intimacy. Sex is something that we call sexual energy exchange. Engaging in sex can either energize you or drain you. When you have sex with a low vibrational person, that person will end up draining you, weakening your spirit. 5 is fear and worry. Fear is a low vibration that usually consumes your spirit. Worry usually robs you the presence, making you feel ungrounded. 6 is poor diet. When it comes to food, we have high vibrational foods that can energize your spirit, and we have low vibrational foods that can weaken your spirit. When we are talking about high vibrational foods, we are talking about natural seed fruits. We are talking about natural vegetables, and we are talking about seeds that are naturally given from the earth. 7 is negative self-talk. Your inner dialogue usually shape your energy. Constant self-criticism usually chips away your confidence and even your spiritual strength. 8 is addictions. Most addictions usually enslave your spirit. Addictions can come from something that we call substance addictions like alcoholism, or even addictions like social media. The more you continue scrolling, the more you continue to consume more information. This information can either be gossip, positive information, negative information, and remember, your subconscious mind usually programs itself according to the things that you hear. So when it comes to social media, it is good to consume that content that usually energizes you, that content that usually motivates you, and regulate how much that you consume. 9 is complaining. Constant complaining. You are always complaining. The more you continue to complain, the more you continue to give away your energy, leaving your spirit drained. 10 is disconnection from nature. Nature usually grounds and even balances you. The more you continue to be disconnected with nature, the more you continue to miss the earth's balancing energy. 11 is constant noise. Without quiet, your spirit cannot rest. Noise overstimulates your energy field, leaving you drained and even restless. 12 is shame and guilt. Shame and guilt usually weighs heavy on your spirit. These emotions usually keep you in your lower vibration, in your survival state, or your lower state of being. 13 is weak boundaries. You need to create energetic boundaries. You need to protect your energy. If you do not protect your energy, you allow others to overstep into your energetic field, and this one can leave you feeling emotionally and even spiritually drained. 14 is ignoring your intuition. Your inner voice is guidance. Ignoring your intuition usually disconnects you from wisdom, leaving you feeling lost and even confused. 15 is chronic stress. Constant stress usually wears down your body and your spirit, keeping you in your survival mode, unable to access peace and clarity. 15. Pride and ego. Pride usually kills authenticity. Ego usually drains your spirit, keeping you trapped in illusions. 16. Living in the past. The past usually carry memories. Some of these memories usually carry shame, guilt, fear, or even low vibrational emotions. The more you continue to visit the past, the more you continue to live in the past, the more you continue to put more weight when it comes to your spirit, draining and weakening your spirit. 17. Chaotic energy around you. Being in places filled with the negativity and disorders constantly agitate your spirit, leaving you feeling unbalanced, empty, and even drained. 18. Overcommitment. Saying yes to everything, constantly spread your energy too thin. You need to understand the moment you need to say no. It doesn't matter whether it will hurt someone's feeling, but if it doesn't feel right to you, you need to say no. 19. Lack of gratitude. Focusing on whatever that is missing usually blinds you of the things that you already have. Gratitude usually uplifts your spirit. Before you complain of the things that you lack, you need first to appreciate whatever that you have. And lastly is people that we call energy vampires. The people around you, are they energizing or are they weakening your spirit? Are they draining your energy? Are they constantly taking your energy and vitality away from you? If they are doing so, then they are energy vampires. You need to surround yourself with people who uplift you, with people who appreciate you, who motivate you, and who energizes you. And that is everything that you need to know when it comes to the things that usually weakens and drains your spirit. Have you been affected by the things that I have mentioned? Let me know on the comment section so as I can provide a solution on what you need to do in order to energize your spirit. If you have watched until this point, if you have learned something new on this video, like, share, and comment on this video. Peace and love.